Open world game. It'll be story driven, open world, supposed to be totally different than what this company is known for doing in the past, okay? About upping the bar for the industry. And the story will follow new characters. Do not know the MMORPG. Odds are is not. It could be an RPG, but not, okay? So there's that. And it'll also utilize the Snowdrop engine. I almost want to sing like raindrops keep falling on my head, but snowdrops keep falling on my head. Never mind. Okay. ESO delays Gates of Oblivion's reveal event because someone is getting inaugurated. And they decided that let's not cause any rifts, so let's go ahead to go to January 26th. That kind of rhymes. I didn't plan it that way. And another thing from Disney. Indiana Jones is coming to Bethesda. Will it be an MMORPG? Probably not, but who knows? A new Indiana Jones game with an original title is in development from our studio, Machine Games, one of the Bethesda studios, and produced by, I want to hold against him, Todd Howard, in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. It will be some time before we have new MMO reveals, but guess what? People are very excited about sharing this. That, of course, came from the Twitter from Bethesda. Now, I made a comment once somewhere else. Where was it? Todd Howard, Fallout 76. All right, we'll go leave it there, okay? I always have hope that things may get better, okay? But anyways, I have now given you my dailies. Time for Jazeel to give you his dailies.
Oh, okay.
He's so overwhelmed by joy about Todd Howard's and Indiana Jones, he can't speak anymore.
You did, but I think I just can't. We already have kind of an Indiana Jones series that has Lara Croft in it, so are they just gonna take her out and put Indiana Jones in there? I don't know.
But Lara Croft is all part of Square Enix, so this is Ubisoft, though. This is
I know,
right?
But
and this is Indiana Jones.
I just can't help but think it's going to be very similar.
I know. Well, isn't that what it is in Tomb Raider? Or even like, what's it called? There's another game. I think Tom Holland's making a movie for it. Also similar to that? Like a Indiana Jones kind of a vibe?
And, well, The Librarian was. Although not as good, but... anyway, moving on and talking Star Wars. The Old Republic has added a time-limited mount. I actually did not see when that ends, but if you go in, right now you can get the Corellian Star Dive Vanguard. My word, I can't talk tonight. And that's to celebrate the Star Wars Squadrons, which came out a month or so ago. And can be obtained by using Squadrons into the redeemable code page. I took a look at it. It looks kind of cool, I guess. I tinkered around with Squadrons for a little bit. That was fun. Old Republic, I don't know, man. I played for about 30 minutes, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go play WoW or ESO or something. But if you are still playing Old Republic, good on you. Go ahead and put that in there. It's free. Might as well grab it.
Might as well.
Next up is the Bless Unleashed. Second beta test is running right now. If you want to hop in there, you can do that through Monday, January 18th. So you've got... 2 days to get in there and do some beta testing of it if you're interested in it. They're saying that players should now expect to enjoy better performance, better UI, better combat controls, and some visual enhancements. I only know 2 people who are doing the beta right now, and they're kind of reporting back that it's kind of fun. Quotations there. Can't see it because I'm not on camera. I don't know what kind of fun means. I think it means it's okay, but I probably won't play it when it comes out. That's what I'm gathering. But hey, try it for yourself. See if you like it. Like I said, you've got 2 more days to give it a little test and see how. Up next is A3 Still Live, has achieved a rather impressive global number of 5 million downloads. And that's only roughly, the article said 2 months after release, and I'm thinking that's correct. I thought it was more like 6 weeks, but hey, even 2 months, 5 million downloads, that's pretty impressive. Especially for something that's mostly a mobile game. Netmarble has now added a new Battle Royale mode called the Flooded Metium. No, I'm not saying that right. It's Met, not Medium, which I had originally written in because I thought maybe they did a typo there. But yeah. Anyway, it's taking place in a previously unexplored section of the world map. And I have not heard back. I actually don't know anybody that's playing this game, and most of the people I hang out with are not at all into the mobile stuff. So if you are, let us know down in the comments what you think of it. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it's rather an impressive number of downloads for that. So I did watch some footage of it. It looks all right. It'd probably blow up my my phone because my phone's a little older at this point, but it looks kind of cool. But I'm just not much of a mobile person, so
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Other than that, I was going to mention something about Crimson Desert, but I wasn't sure if Solomon was going to touch on that or not.
Oh, go ahead.
All that I wanted to say is, if you all are a little bit confused, it appears that most of us are confused as to what's going on because the studio continues to say that there is both a multiplayer and a single player experience all rolled into one, and they're not. They're being so utterly vague what that means. I wanted to give more information. I dug a little deeper this week because I was told that there was an article put out. But again, that article was, very vague on what they mean by that. Because someone had said, I thought this was going to be a multiplayer thing to me last week after I think it was either Solomon or I had mentioned that it actually was going to now be a single player. But apparently, no, that's not true. There is going to be a multiplayer aspect to it. I tried to dig deeper for you guys, and all I'm finding are very vague references to just trust us. It's going to work. There's both in the game. So that's all I have.
Trust us.
It's
going to work.
This
sounds like CD Projekt Red. Trust us. It'll work.
Oh, well, it had in the past.
Well,
we have to give them kudos for that. I don't know. Everyone had a different. We talked about that a little bit last week. I mean, Cyberpunk was, if you played it on PC, you were golden. But if you played it on a console, you were pretty hosed. And I do feel for you because I've seen the YouTube videos, the clips of all the bugginess and the weirdness of the game on consoles, and boy, howdy, am I glad I got it on my PC instead of the Xbox. Just a little side note, this is not exclusively to MMOs, but Blizzard has announced that they are going to be, I don't have this in my notes, so if you're questioning what's going on here, they are going to be updating, doing a major upgrade or update, I can't remember which word they used, on their launcher. So,
right, Battle.net.
Yeah, on their Battle.net launcher, and it's supposed to be a lot more helpful to people who have disabilities, as well as be easier to navigate, have more information available through it, and they're redoing the social section of it. So be looking forward to that. I know it's not exclusive to World of Warcraft. There are other games on there that I think people are still playing Overwatch and
Yeah.
whatnot on there. I'm assuming. So
Hearthstone,
yeah,
Overwatch.
for that.
Yep. All right, Solomon, do you have any dailies for us?
No, I've been so busy this week. I wasn't even really able to crank out any videos other than the BDO one and whatnot. So I do apologize.
No problem. Always keep Solomon in your prayers as he goes through this whole job thing. You know, it's not necessarily a consistent schedule, but it is a job, so that's part he's thankful for. So,
Definitely.
all right, my
Thank you.
mic. Okay, someone was typing in the. All right, next up, here we go. All right, it is now time for our main story quest where we give you our MMO opinions because that's what we do well. Okay. We're going to have a topic that is kind of just like a little off thing. You know, I mean, it's like we've been playing MMOs for a long time. And when we think about Kickstarters or early access or get excited about a game, we hear something, we like, what is like the one thing? I remember two. What? Oh, sorry. We have one or two items that we just really, really want in an MMO. And that's the thing that just draws us in and wants us to play that game. So I say that because the biggest thing I want in an MMO, okay, is what I wanted out of Fallout 70. Is what I want, I hope to get out of Crowfall and others is literally building, okay? Being able to build my base or my house, okay? To have a place I can come home to after a raiding, a place I can come home to after doing my quest, okay? And I can share it with friends and family. They can see it. They can have it, okay? That's the one thing that I really, really want. I mean, I'm a Fallout 4 guy. I love Fallout games. I've been enjoying now Rust recently again because have a server and we're building stuff. I've always liked building kind of things. That's why I've always like played Civilization or Tycoon, building stuff. Caesar 3 or Age of Empires is building stuff. I mean, all the kind of things that you want to be able to do. And I wanted to share with people. And so that's really, I really, really wanted to have in an MMO. Okay. I mean, obviously, I still want story and I still want mechanics. And I'm also a person who generally wants to make sure the graphics are decent enough because I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm not playing SWTOR because the graphics somewhat turn me off. Okay. Personally, I like Elder Scrolls Online. Even WoW has a little more decent graphics. You know, Final Fantasy 14 is even more graphically a game. You know, obviously it's more the Asian style than it is the Western style, I might say, but that's fine. That's how it works out. So Jaziel, what about you? What's the one thing or two you want from your MMO?
I guess the most obvious one would be good story and lore attached to it. I really like to get into the game, and I like to have more than just surface level story. I like to really be able to dig into it. And that's one thing that I love about Elder Scrolls Online and World of Warcraft is that there's almost too much. there's
Yeah.
enough to keep you digging and going, okay, well, this story happened and this story happened in game, and then they've got books and they've got chronicles and they've got in-game little books and whatnot that you can find and read. It's just crazy how much, and I love that. The other is proper character progression and just doing that right, making your character feel like at the beginning that you're just not all that tough. And then as you adventure through the game, you become more and more powerful, and you feel that, and you have the ability to finally go crush that mob that crushed you a month ago. Now you can go get him, but now there's something even more powerful, another section of the map that has something even more powerful that you have to work towards, or raid or dungeons or whatever. And having I would say tied to that, almost as I wouldn't say it's a third thing because it's so tied to that second thing, would be proper end game, giving people enough to do at the end, other than just go make
Yeah.
alt characters or what
Yep.
have you. That there's a lot of games that have alternative pathways to improve your character and continue on. And also the thing that I know some of you are not that into, but doing collecting pets and mounts or like ESO collecting furniture and stuff for your house and that kind of stuff. And of course transmogging your character's look and whatnot with different armor sets. That's always fun for me. So I love all that stuff kind of in the game, and there's a reason why I play the MMOs that I do, because they have all of those things that I just mentioned in spades. So yeah.
No, awesome. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good point. With regards to lore, the story obviously is very critical. And of course, like in game, you're right. You mentioned the in game. The first thing popped in my mind was Star Wars: The Old Republic. And that was one thing that people criticized at first, and reason why people started abandoning the game so fast, because their in game wasn't really there. All right, Solomon, what about you? What do you look for in the MMO?
I was thinking about it, and this possibly could be a double-edged sword, but my mind and my imagination kind of wandered off for a bit, and I'm thinking, what would be really cool if there was like an MMO, but like Facebook at the same time, like a social media MMO, where not only is it a game, but it's also like a platform that people utilize very similarly to how people use Facebook or Instagram.
Like Second Life? Or I never did Second Life, but
well,
that's more real life. But you're just something different beyond that?
Possibly. Second Life is a little weird to me, I will admit. So I'm gonna say no to that. But
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking more along the lines of, say, the movie Ready Player One.
Okay.
Maybe without the whole virtual reality thing, but
Okay.
I mean, you could put that in there too. I mean, Facebook does own the Oculus brand or technology or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that'd be really cool, but then again, with all the political stuff going around with, the banning of political leaders, I say it's a double-edged sword, because the people in power could probably do things that you don't want them to do. So
yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know. Mixing fantasy with social media, not fantasy, I'm sorry. Mixing online role-playing aspects of gaming culture with social media, I thought it would be pretty cool, though. How that would manifest, what that would even look like, or how you would implement it, or what that even entails, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Again, closest example I could think of is Ready Player One, where it just seems like it's something that people kind of do to like hang out, virtually, obviously, and there might even be some elements of Second Life to Ready Player One, insofar as there's like an in-game economy. There's like you can make a living off of virtual products that you create and selling it to other people, like you can in Second Life. So yeah, I think that would be really cool. But to give a more traditional MMO answer, I would probably argue that I'm looking I would probably look for something very similar to what you were saying earlier, like with Fallout 4, and being able to create your own like settlement, but have that like an online aspect of that.
Yeah.
Which Fallout 76 is, but Fallout 76 really isn't an MMO, as it is a online RPG, I would argue. So it's a bit different. Again, how they would implement something massive like a settlement system in Fallout 4 as an MMO, like a traditional MMO with a persistent world, I don't know. I think Ashes of Creation might be the closest thing that we could probably think of in terms of that kind of those features and gameplay. in an MMORPG, and even then I don't even know what that would look like because I haven't played any of the pre-alpha tests or anything like that. So yeah, it'd be very interesting. I mean, I really like world building, and you know, as you said, story is really good too, although it's not necessarily the top of my list, you know, because I play, for example, one of my favorite MMOs is Black Desert Online, and no one plays that game for the story. Absolutely no one. So yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's just two different answers for that. Just, you know, kind of.
Not fair.
Yeah.
It kind of puts you where you're looking at. It's like the filter that you're looking for. So I said when I first kickstarted Crowfall, I mean I kickstarted Camelot Unchained because of Mark Jacobs, and as it only reason. Crowfall, it was because they offer this world, this castle building, build your own building, and the way they were doing everything, you could have your place, your little zone, do your own thing, but you can still jump into the world, do other stuff. It's kind of cool, you know. So being a Fallout 4 person, I'm like, I want to do that. Okay, that's why Fallout 76, I had such high hopes into. All right. Anyways, that's it for story requests. Next up. All right, that was the wrong button. That was a repeat, okay? So anyways, it is now time for the escort quest, where we lead you to safety, experience, and the adventure of a lifetime. All right, so you mentioned Ashes of Creation, pretty good segue. They put out a poll recently, and it was about log on rewards. And they wanted to know from their community, yes or no, good or bad, you know, light or dark, sin, I don't know. Wait, I exaggerate. Anyway, so when you play Elder Scrolls Online, there is a login reward. If you do 30 days of login, you get a pretty good reward. Now, I've never been able to accomplish that, so Now, World of Warships, not Warcraft, Warships had a login several times. When you do 8 or 9 logins, you get a crate. Pretty cool, okay? So Ashes of Creation went out and pulled their community and found that 54% said no. 45% said, cosmetic only with a coin system might be nice. So, is this a fantastic idea of a login reward? Is it what? Oh my word, you gotta be kidding me, or meh. I really don't care. Solomon, what are your thoughts?
Wait, what was the reasoning behind no? Like, that kind of, I will admit, I'm a little surprised by that.
I didn't say, you know.
Really? What, you don't want free stuff?
That's what I was thinking, but well, what's one more thing to do, I guess? Like, maybe that's the problem. Like, well, I don't want to be forced to log in. I'm like, guess what? Having login rewards actually had me logging in. I actually logged into World of Warships. Right. I logged into ESO just to get that. Guess what? I wouldn't have thought about it otherwise. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea. So if Ashes of Creation with the login reward, go ahead.
It's like, wait, I don't understand. Yeah, it's like, wait, you don't want an incentive to play the game? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know Star Wars: The Old Republic started doing login rewards like a month or two ago. You know, after the game, after being out for what, like 8-9 years, they're finally doing login rewards. But no, I'm all for, like, again, like, I don't know, I don't know the downsides to it. Like, yeah, I guess, like, I mean, login rewards is given to people regardless of whether you are paying a monthly sub or a premium member or whatever you want to call it. At least in the cases that I've seen, like, I've never seen an instance, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, where it's like, oh, because you're not a premium member, you don't get login rewards. It's like, those things are generally free to everybody, regardless of your status. So I don't understand why 54 or whatever would say no to it. But
I don't know.
At the end of the day, no, I'm all for it, just because, again, it's free stuff. Like, you don't have to earn it. You just log in. Like, what's the big deal? I don't know. I think it's a good thing, you know, overall at the end of the day. Again, you know, sure, they give you benefits. Like, generally they give you benefits over people who don't log in, but they're not like huge things where it's like, oh, you know, just because I logged in, I'm able to get like all the end game gear and accomplish all the hard mode raids and dungeons now because of that one login. Like that to me never happens. Again, that's not to say that they don't exist, but out of all the games that I've played, that the login rewards are generally just like, you know, things that are worth pennies, like pennies on a dollar, like not even, you know what I mean? Like they're just not really worth all that much in game or in real life, and that's why they're just kind of like gifts, like throwaways. But at the end of the day, they're still nice to have, you know, than not to have, I would argue.
Yep. Well, like the MMORPG.com forums on one of the articles, like one guy was like, or whoever, I don't really see the need for login rewards. It's just a bait to get you into the game. If your game is good enough, people will log in anyways.
No, that's such a
Somebody else said.
dumb argument.
Short answer, just no. From my perspective, those who aren't able to log in every day are feel left behind. For those who can do it, becomes just another daily chore and becomes a tiring.
But they're optional.
It's the epitome of a bad game design. Once a game has resorts to this, there is no more hope. Only good thing about login rewards is a gigantic red flag waved right in your face, let you know that you need to look for a different game to play. Whatever, okay. So sometimes gamers can be rather toxic, you know?
I completely disagree with that. They're optional. They're not mandatory. Like again, like there's no you don't have the right to play a game. You know, let's look at it that way, you know? Playing a game is a privilege. It really is. And the comments that you read, it just seems a little entitlement.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I mean, obviously not all were no, but yeah.
Right. So, anyways.
So, Jazia, what are your thoughts about login rewards? Like them? Is it fantastic? What or meh? I don't care.
I think they're fantastic, and I'm just going to take a guess that the majority of that 54% that said no don't understand how they work, or just have some kind of misperception or misunderstanding of them because they do not play a game that has them. Because I can tell you right now that the MMOs that I've played that have daily, there's even a couple of non-MMOs that are just RPGs that I played in the past that had daily rewards. And I can tell you that they're excellent, and I love it. You know, none of them have any effect on, it's not going to break the game. They're usually cosmetic items or mounts or pets or things that some people probably don't care about, as we were saying earlier. And that's fine if that's not what you're into. But if you're going to be logging in anyway to play the game, hopefully the game is fun and entertaining for you enough to want to log in anyway, just whether or not you have a daily login reward. That's just a little bonus, a little way of the studio, saying thanks for logging in today, thanks for playing our game, and here's a little something for it, and like I said, it's never, none of the rewards, especially like you were, I think you mentioned Elder Scrolls Online does it, and I still, even though I'm not even really playing the game right now, I just log on and do my daily writs and maybe collect some materials and whatnot, but I just don't have time playing World of Warcraft, and now we've added Rust to it.
Yep.
But getting those little daily rewards, they're none of them break the game or make me more powerful than someone else or anything like that, and I enjoy it because it gives me a little bonus, a little something extra for logging into the game. I do not see any negatives whatsoever. Now, if a game was to put things like weapons or gear that was like raid level or boss level or something that could potentially put someone ahead, especially in the realm, I would say, of competitive play, PvP, then I would hold up a flag and say objection. That's not cool. But if it's just pets and mounts or items for if there's player housing or coin or some kind of little trinkets or whatever that turn you into a moth or something, get something a little cutesy like that, then what's the big deal, man? Why
Yeah.
vote no on something that other people may enjoy even if you don't
Right.
enjoy it? So
If it was like a make or break of the game, then I could see people get upset. Most of these things are
Absolutely.
just cosmetic or a little extra stuff, something in your bag. It's like it's nothing. It's really nothing. Now, if they actually did it to the point where logging in actually gives you a top tier sword or weapon or whatever it is, then that might get people thinking, wait a minute, what are you trying to do? Well,
Right.
you should log in. I don't know.
I've never seen that though. I've played many MMOs and I've never seen anything like that before.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be fair here. Not even the like hardcore like pay to win Asian games that you would think would do that don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be a case to vote no to me. I mean, if you don't like it, then just don't worry
I
about
know. Yeah, but like I said, gamers can be rather toxic, or maybe just want to
True.
be contrarian for. I mean, we are gamers, and so we we know ourselves. We also know our fellow gamer, brothers and sisters. So yeah. All right, that was our escort quest. We hope we led you to safety and you didn't fall off the cliff. I don't see you down there. I don't know what happened to you. Maybe that's what happened. Once you reach your destination, you also vanish. That's right. NPCs always seem to vanish in thin air once you reach your destination. No, thank you. No coin. Well, sometimes a coin, but okay.
Supposed to do the Wilhelm scream
Yeah.
or the or Goofy's little woo.
Woohoo! Yeah.
He falls off a cliff.
Yeah. All right. So, world events. We do not have anything in plan, except that in May there will be a new world event. Okay. We have not heard about any other games coming out that between now and then that we should launch for you. Who knows? Something might come up. With COVID driving things on here, we don't know when things are going to happen. They may delay, they may could be early. Who knows? But right now, we're just going to shoot for May for New World. That's going to be our event. So that's the hold on. In the meantime, we are playing some World of Warcraft retail. If you want to join us on the Silver Moon Horde side of the house, and other things that we do across the week. I don't know if you want to join Rust. We're playing Rust. Yeah, I know Rust is not an MMO RPG, okay, but there it is. Our quests are done, the dungeons are cleared, and the loot has been distributed fairly. And crafting orders are completed. Now it's time to go AFK or bio break or turn the computer off and go to bed or maybe switch games. I'm not sure. But anyway, Solomon, where can we find you at?
Coffee and RPGs is where it's at. I still make video for my other channel called Relaxing Gaming Scenes, which is, again, as I said before, my quasi ASMR channel. But no, Coffee and RPGs is where it's at. I've almost at 600 subscribers,
Nice.
and 400 more to go, and hopefully get partnered by maybe mid this year, and hopefully it'll take off by then. So I definitely appreciate everybody's support. So
He was so accurate when he said that is where it's at. It is where it's at if you want some MMO news.
I
And
appreciate
done in
it.
a way that was entertaining, and you don't have to read it for yourself because Solomon takes care of that for you. All right, Sir Jazeel, where can you find you at?
Well, on the show, for one.
There you go.
And over on Discord, right now, I'm not really streaming, so I've been working on music behind the scenes that will be hopefully out by the spring.
Oh, cool.
And then, and then I'm going to, if you want to catch me in game, you can catch me in Rust in the GMA server. And I'm also playing World of Warcraft with Kennethan and several other folks. And love to see you there.
Awesome. Yep. And you can find me at Kennethan or Kennethan Live on Twitter, until I get banned. But also, I have a YouTube channel called Kennethan64. Probably should find a way to change it something more less numeric. I guess I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll be playing some other games. I am supporting JFreaks, the Freakiverse community for Extra Life right now, and they have actually overachieved. They were shooting for $1,500. Right now, they have $2,300. So I'm going to go anchor at the next baton pass at 7:15 Pacific, 10:15 Eastern, and play some Rust at first, and then we jump into World of Warcraft later and close out before I hand the baton out to JFreak, who I might be all depending on how I think he's working right now. So, which means he's in a squad car somewhere in Florida. So we'll have to see. So, all right. Thanks everyone for being here. We are condensing and keeping this tight today, so that Solomon can get to work on time and decently. So
Yeah, sorry
we
about
appreciate
that.
your not condolences, your patience in making this a little shorter show today. But thank you so much. We'll see you next week. That is right. Every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, that is 9 p.m. Eastern. You can find us, and we're doing some more MMO news on the Trinity MMO Show.